First, to start this video off, I want to be starting off with some very easy combos. Now the thing is, when people pick up Doomfist and they're not like aware of his changes, or maybe you're a new player, they don't understand how his shift works. So basically you see this and they're like, okay, I use shift and I just dash forward and I jump on enemies and he does damage, right? I mean, that is true. But the thing is, you can also use it for multiple things. You can also use it, for example, as an escape, like jumping in the air. You know? So let's say I'm going down. I'm trying to kill someone, right? I go someone, I kill someone. Now this tracer right here is gonna shoot me, try to kill me. I have two choices. I can be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna kill you too, and then I get Zenyatta Orb and I'm gonna die. But that's not really how you want to play Doomfist. And I'm gonna show you guys in a replay how I play Doomfist afterwards. What you want to be doing is like jump down, pick someone or do damage, up, jump back. It's very hard to do anything against this. This is also how he played old Doomfist, but the thing is, he was a lot squishier, but did a lot more damage with his abilities as well. So I just want to bear in mind that you always want to keep either your shift or your right click as an escape. So for example, I can also do this. Go in with shift, do a lot of burst damage, and then get out back. Just get out with the right click. And also you always want to jump at the end of your right click. I will show you the difference. Look at this. Did this without jump. And now I'm gonna show you with jump. You get this extra little power slide where like you will get a lot more distance from it, you know? So the next thing I want to show you is a pretty easy combo, but it's something probably most of you don't realize is possible. Is while you're shifting in the air, you can actually use your right click or you can cancel it. So for example, it will look like this. You do this and then you right click and then you can just jump on someone. This is very helpful, for example. Hold up. This is very helpful. For example, there's 3 people standing right here behind the corner, right? And you're just being able to do this. This is a lot faster than, for example, me doing this. You know, they have a chance to respond. This way, I just come out of nowhere, and they have no chance to respond. So this is just a small little trick I want to show you. And I also want to explain to you how important it is for you to use your block. So basically, your block, this ability, what it does, if you get damaged, you empower your right click. And basically, when your right click is empowered, your punch, this one, it becomes the strongest ability in the game. It has increased range, it has increased knockback, and more important, it does more damage, and it also stuns people against the wall. That's something very important. So basically, what you can do also with the new right click compared to like Overwatch 1, you can hit multiple people with it. So imagine I have an empowered right click, I can just do this. And then, like, if there's like 3-4 people there, I can all 4 stun them against the wall with massive damage. This is something that is so important right now, and you have to abuse it because otherwise you're not going to play him optimally. So yeah, I think I explained the basic combos Doomfist uses. Let's head into the video and let's see some live action on a map that is very vertical, because this is the power of Doomfist to break line of sight. If you're fighting right here, people are shooting you right here, what you want to do is just jump in the air, jump to high ground, and they lose the line of sight of you. So yeah, let's head into the game. So this is where I want to start the replay off. As you can see, we're getting held in spawn. It's not going very well. Our Reaper wasted ulti and got sniped by the Soldier while he was ulting. Now he swapped to another DPS character. He swapped to a Soldier, got killed again. So it's looking pretty rough. So the first thing that is my job is to create space for my team. And the way I do this is by just being an absolute nuisance that is unkillable, because my mobility is so great. And this way, because they're chasing me, my team can freely come out of the spawn doors, as you can see right here. Okay, so right now, the Sojourn is running away from me. The Winston backed off because he's getting low. And it's just my job to create as much havoc as possible. But the most important thing is that I keep using my mobility to my advantage. And as you can see, because I created so much space, like the Winston couldn't go to my backline because I was constantly on him. The Moira had to pocket the Winston. The Sojourn just got completely left by her main healer and and the Winston, so she just insta-died. And basically what I'm doing is I'm keeping more than 2 people busy while also beating them. This is where Doomfist excels. Like, you do a lot of damage and you're hard to kill by people who don't have a lot of burst. And when you're playing against people who have a lot of burst, you want to make sure you can have your your block available to block that damage. But as you can see, it's very hard for these people to kill me. Like, they don't even do enough damage to me. And also, like, a nice trick, if you're against a Moira and she ults, your right click can actually knock her out of her ult, just like Orisa's Spear. And as you can see right now, they just don't have enough damage to kill me. I missed my headshot there, but it's completely fine. I just chased her down. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard to kill the Doomfist because he's mobile. Imagine if I would just stand still and try to use my abilities that way. I would get melted. Like, this character isn't tanky at all. It's the fact that you're jumping all over the place constantly that makes you tanky. And I'm already back at the card. This is just basically what you want to do. You want to make sure you're everywhere at once. Like, you can honestly just spawn camp people and be back at the card in like 0.2 seconds. So the most important thing is that you use your mobility and try to create as much havoc. Because, for example, if I would just stick with the Winston here, like, their enemy backline is just free to shoot me. But because I'm constantly on the backline and then I'm back on the Winston and then I'm back on the backline, it's hard for them to know where to position because the backline is kind of scared to move up. And the Winston is also getting the feeling like he's not receiving any help to dive my backline. Because every time he tries to go for my backline, I punch him into a wall, basically. You need to see how disorganized these guys are. Because their Winston can't do anything, look how disorganized they are. They just have 2 DPS shooting me. They just have... the support doesn't know who to heal. And the Mercy was still coming from spawn. And just look at this empowered right click. How broken it is. I can just knock 3 people away into a wall. And if I had like... for example, a Genji with me, or there's like a fire in the sky, these skills are free. Look how far they actually fly. I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure you empower your right click with the shield block. This is probably like the single most broken ability in the game. As you can see, I'm still using my mobility. It's very hard to kill me. Like, the soldier was trying to chase me down, but because he lost line of sight because I jumped over the building, he couldn't kill me. Using the shield block and then creating as much havoc as possible. You can just see like how disorganized they still are. It's so hard for them to actually walk out. And just like look at the difference right now. I'm just gonna do this. Look at the difference. Look how much space my team has to shoot these corridors. And look how little space the enemy team has. Like, if the Winston jumps in, I will knock him into a wall. The Moira has to follow, but she's probably going to die. The DPS right here can't even get out of this little room because I will knock them into a wall. It's so hard for them to do anything, but it's only because I'm constantly everywhere. I'm constantly jumping from the left to the right. I'm pretty much like pressuring everyone. Because if I just go on the Winston here, for example, I will just die 100%. I just need to make sure everyone is aware of me, and everybody is also afraid of getting knocked into a wall by me. But as you can see, like, they have so little pressure on me, and my healers can just heal for free because they have no pressure on them. They have nobody they need to be afraid of. I can just literally do whatever I want, and if I get in trouble, I can just dash out. My Sojourn overextends and dies because she thinks she's me, but that's completely fine. I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing. I hear a soldier behind us. And this is where Doomfist excels. Like, the soldier doesn't even know where I am at most of the fight. Because I'm jumping from the front line to the back line, back to the front line. And if I ever get in a situation where I get low, I can just use my ult. I'm back on the front line, and now you'll see how easy I can go back on the back line. Just like that. This is just what I wanted to showcase. It's so easy for Doomfist to go from front line to back line and just be everywhere at once and use your mobility. This is basically the thing I want to teach you guys. It is going to take some practice because it's not very straightforward right away. You are going to die probably a lot when you don't jump like all the time. So you need to be aware of your cooldowns, your right click, your shift. Sometimes you don't use your shift for damage. Sometimes you use it to escape. Sometimes you use your right click for escape. And also something very important, if you are like low HP, it doesn't matter how much damage you do with your right click. Every single ability you do damage with will give you 30 shield. So you don't need to think like, okay, I need to do more damage to get more shield. No, just like if you're low, just spam your abilities. And it's so hard for them to kill you because like every 5 seconds, no, let's say every 8 seconds, you're getting 90 shield. And it's very hard for someone like Winston, who's very popular in the meta right now, to do anything about you because he doesn't do enough damage to kill you. Same with like a Moira, they don't have any burst. If you're against like a Zenyatta or a Sombra, you're going to have a very hard time. But this is just the thing I want to show you guys. Especially against comps that don't deal a lot of burst damage, or like people who aren't very mobile. For example, a Reaper. It's very hard for Reaper to chase down a Doomfist because I'm just so mobile. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something. If you have any more questions in the comments, feel free to ask me. I will be reading all the comments. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed day. Peace.